Hello there, beautiful people. My name is Carol, the Tarot Reader, and welcome back. So, today we're going to be talking about tarot and the basics of tarot. So, who is this for? This is for a beginner. Like, if you know nothing about tarot, this is like the perfect video. And why am I doing this? Because I love tarot. I love talking about tarot. I love teaching tarot. If you like to learn more, I actually have tarot lessons on my website. Um, but for the time being, we're gonna just we're just gonna dive into it. We're gonna talk about the system. All right, let's go play with the cards. All right, so let's talk tarot. I love tarot. I love everything about tarot. I love learning about tarot. I love playing with tarot. I like teaching tarot. All right, so what's tarot? Tarot, at its simplest terms, is just it's a divination tool. It's a divination tool that helps you get clarity and insight into any situation that you may be having, right? And what is it comprised of? It's comprised of 78 cards in total. Now, these 78 cards is divided into two different sections. So you got the major arcana and you got the minor arcana. The major arcana, which that consists of that's 22 cards, and that's basically like your bigger picture. These are things that you just can't control. These are things like I like to say, it's just that's when God interferes, is what I like to say. Is when God interferes, you have no control, kind of like the weather. You don't have control over the weather, but you could prepare for the weather. So that's kind of how I like to see the major arcana, is just the bigger picture. Now, the minor arcana, that's the day-to-day stuff. This is literally stuff that you have full control over. You have your free will, and it's your day-to-day. You got control. Okay, so let's start with the wands. So well, before we get into that, the minor arcana, there's 56 cards, and that's your day to day. But within the 56 is broken down to four different suits. You got the wands, the cups, the swords, and pentacles. So with the wands, that's fire energy. That represents anytime you see a card with wands, you know that it's going to be talking about creativity, work, passion. That's it. This is like your entrepreneur, your that's the kind of energy. It's just fire energy with any wands. Um there it doesn't matter what card you pull from the wand suit, is going to carry that energy. It's going to carry that fire energy, is going to carry passion, work, creativity, that kind of energy. Now, let's look into the cups. Now, the cups represent water. With water, now we're talking about emotions, relationship, love. So anytime you get a card that has cups in it, you know that the topic is going to be around emotions, relationships, and love at its simplest form. All right, so let's get into the swords. Now, the swords is air. Now, air, that you're literally in your headspace. It's all about thoughts, conflicts, challenges. That's what happens when we're in our headspace too much, and the things that end up happening when we're there. All right. Now we're going into the pentacles, also known as coins. Now, the energy of pentacles and coins, this is earth. This represents earth. Now, earth is everything that's tangible, materialistic, finances, values, that things of that nature. So that's the topic. So at its simplest form, this is how the tarot deck is broken down into. So I'm gonna put them together now. So the only things I'm really discussing, like I'm not gonna go into every card because that would honestly take forever. And if you really want to learn tarot, I do advise you do go through every card. However, I just want to go through the basics, as into like what is the tarot cards consist of, what is comprised of, and how you could start learning yourself if you want to learn how to read. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is setting up your sacred space. So now that we went over the tarot cards as into what they actually comprise of, now setting up your sacred space. Here, I have two stones. I always like working with two stones. Crystals are my jam, so that's just what I do. but you go with whatever feels right to you. If you want to set up an altar, you set up your altar. You have your personal space. All I need is a clean space and my stones, and that's all and I'm good to go. And then the next thing I do is that I set the intention of white light, basically a bubble of white light protecting me and my space while I do my divination work. And the way that I go about that is I literally just hold my tarot deck, and then I hold onto a crystal stone, and then I'll set the intention, and I'll verbally say aloud. I'll just say, and I always like saying hello. I'll say, hello, spirit team, spirit guides. At this moment, can you please wrap me in white light and set a safe space for me to work? That stone fell, but I tap it, and then basically by knocking on the deck, all I'm doing there is I'm clearing the deck, and I'm saying hello to the deck. So when I do that, I'm clearing it, but I'm also saying hello to the deck, because you're literally like knocking on the door to somebody's house because you're about to say hello. And then that's it. Intention is set. My sacred space is safe. And now I'm going to shuffle. Now, how you go about shuffling is up to you. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, this is how I do it. I shuffle 3 times because I like keeping things just simple. Don't have to think about it. 2, 3. And this is how I was actually taught, so I just do that. And then I divide it into 3 and then put it back together in no fancy order. And that's it. However it lands, and then your card on top is your card. Now, the other way is literally looking for jumpers, where you are looking for a card to actually jump out of your deck. Now, that felt like it wanted to come out, but you just looking. But before I do that, I always like say something. Like either I ask spirit team, well, what's my card of the day, and then I'll wait for a card to jump out while I ask that. Let me just do that. Spirit team, what's my card of the day? All right, there you go. 2 cards jumped out. And here I got the Page of Pentacles and I got the Hangman. So remember I told you, when you see Pentacles, what do you see? This is talking about finances, materialistics, or values. Here, this is a major arcana. So this is the bigger picture. There is no wands, cups, swords, or pentacles in this card. But there is an image of a guy just literally dangling there backwards. So what are you doing? Nothing. You are working towards your career, but it's okay. Like while you're working, there's no crazy action happening. You're just working. And that's beautiful. All right. So with that being said, one more other way to shuffle. Now, another way to shuffle is fanning out. You literally just fan out. This is for somebody who either doesn't like shuffling, doesn't know how to shuffle, or shuffling is just too cumbersome. And then you go over the cards, and whatever feels right is just your card. And then that's it. Whatever you pull, bam, that's your card. Another way to do, and this is one of the most popular ways, most of my friends do it this way, where they literally just shuffle until it feels right. And then they stop. That's it. I like doing the 3 cents because it's just simpler to me. Anyway, that's the shuffling. Once I get done shuffling, then what I do is I like doing either 1 card draw or a 3 card draw, just because it's simple. So for somebody who doesn't know how to read yet, I always recommend 1 card draw, because it's the simplest way to start. And you get to learn the cards that way. So for example, here I will draw a card, and I would just start looking at the imagery. What is this card trying to tell me? So for here, I know I'm looking at wands. This is talking about creativity, passion, and work. Now, if you notice, there's no people here. There's nothing. There's not an actual person. So what that tells me, that this is strictly like energy flying through like darts, and it's fast moving energy. So I got to take advantage of these opportunities, because each wand is like an opportunity or a message of some sort. So that is how you would read that card. Now let's do a 3-card spread. What does a 3-card spread look like? So a 3-card spread looks something like this. So here you have past, present, future. So looking at the past, what's the first thing I would look at? I will look at what type of card this is. This is a Pentacles. This has to do with earth. This has to do with finances, materialistic things, values of some sort. But because I see people here in the background, I see 2 dogs and I see this little kid here, that's letting me know this has to do something with like legacy and building. And because it's in the past tense card, is letting me know that there has been some sort of building of materialistic things for the family, something of that nature. Okay, now here we got the middle card, the second card, that's your present. So your present, once again, you see Pentacles. So what's Pentacles? That's your finances, your materialistic, your values. And here you see a guy, he's literally just watching his Pentacles grow. So that's what this person's doing. Presently, they've been working and all they're doing is watching their work grow so that they could harvest eventually. Now we're going into the future. Now the future card is letting me know what's the future. The future card is a wand. Now the energy of a wand is creativity, work, passion. That's the energy. Now in the future, what I get here is that because this guy here is waiting for all his good stuff to grow so he could harvest, while he's waiting, there's going to be another like urge of passion coming in to push you forward, because it's literally a hand pushing you forward here. And that's the basics of past, present, and future. All right, I hope that helps and you enjoy playing around with the cards and having a great time. Okay, well, have a good day. Bye.